Hello everybody and welcome to today's Grace Note video. And today I want to talk to those of you that are either coaches or teachers or in the helping profession, and those of you that are struggling in relationships with others. So what I share with you today will be really helpful, really transformative, and I would love for you to leave me your comment below and tell me what you take from this one. So I want to start with sharing that, there's a place where impact comes from in all relationships, and particularly in the relationship to your client or to your children, to those that you're very close with, to those you're working with. So I'm just going to say in relationships in general. And that place of impact is very much dependent on you listening with presence to someone. And here's what I mean by that. You will find that most of your life, you've been listening to others through the content of your mind. In other words, I could be talking to you right now as I am, and you could be paying more attention to the evaluation that you've got going on in your head about what I'm saying, about how I'm saying it. Or you could be someone who's paying a lot of attention, trying to get it, trying to understand what Grace is saying. And we do that very innocently, but what I want you to know is that blocks your ability to hear something new. Because instead of listening intently, you're listening to the content in your head. And many of us have already got content that we have rinsed and repeated over and over when we show up with people. And let me give you an example of that. I had a call with a client earlier, and she really dislikes showing up to family reunions because when she's there, lots of feelings of not being good enough and not measuring up and feeling inadequate start to rise. And we got curious with her about why that was. And because she was listening beyond her dialogue, she was able to tell me that it's happening because every time she goes to those reunions, she automatically switches into the videotape in her head that is judging herself, judging them, sort of in a dialogue about herself, in a dialogue about them. And so what I shared with her was, you can really only be in two modes. One is present and really hearing the people in front of you, or present to the content in your mind. And very innocently, most humans are present to the content in their mind, and this zaps the ability to have a deeper connection, have a new type of connection. Those of you in relationships, this is so helpful for your relationship. Right? Because we can always have a new and a deeper type of connection with our partner, with our clients, with our friends, as we fall out of listening and paying attention to the content of our mind. So sure, you're a therapist or you're in the teaching profession or the healing profession and you're looking to have more impact, or let's say you have to go to work tomorrow and you're going to face a challenging situation, or you have to go to your boss, or you have to face some sort of authority figure that's leaving you feeling like you're just dreading the call and you want to switch it off, you want it to be over. Well, let this be hopeful to you, that you can show up in all of those situations and have a whole new experience by listening deeply, by being present to the person in front of you and what they're communicating rather than being present to the already predetermined content that you've been spinning on for weeks on end. And that might, that looks different for everybody. It looks different for everybody, but in many cases, we're showing up to situations very innocently where we have just been listening so deeply to the content of our mind that by the time we get to the person in front of us, we're not open to hearing anything new. We're just going to recycle and rinse and repeat what we've been telling ourselves. And when we're not open to hearing something new, life shuts down. We lose our vitality. It's so boring to already know it all. It cuts off the flow and the lifeline of freshness and energy and solution possibility. If every time you're with someone, you're in your head, figuring the answer, looking for the next thing to say, analyzing how what they're saying fits in with what you already know. So, and as a coach and a therapist and a helper and a healer, you might not realize you're doing this, but if you find that you're not having much impact, people aren't really walking away refueled and transformation isn't really happening, chances are you're not listening fully for something beyond what you already know. You're just listening to all the things you've learned and you've already got to and you've already noticed and you've seen this pattern before and you're ready to respond and give your answer. I encourage you to go beyond the dialogue and the content in your mind, in your client sessions, in your conversations with your partner. This can bring such a freshness, such an aliveness to your relationship with anyone, but particularly with your partner. When you fall out of the content you've made up about them before they even start, and you deeply listen, and you listen for something new, because it will always occur to you what to say, what would be comforting, what the truth is, what's needed, what to avoid, will always occur. So I hope this has been helpful today. And if I can help you to go deeper, if you would like my support in really being more effective in your sessions with clients, or when your impact with communication and your effectiveness with communication in some area of your life, get in touch. I'd be pleased to speak with you. gracefulcoaching.net/speakwithgrace, and subscribe below for more videos. I'll be back with you soon with another Grace Note. Ciao.